Sanatana Goswami, describing who is the greatest devotee. You find that Narada Muni is traveling all over the planet, all over the universe, finding who is the greatest devotee. He goes to Prayag and he sees one Brahmana doing puja. He says, you are a great devotee. You are very dear to Krishna. And the Brahmana says, I am not a great devotee. You go to South India, there is one great king. He is performing yagyas and distributing prasadam constantly. He is a great devotee. Immediately Narada Muni travels from Prayag to South India, non-stop, Narada Airlines. No need of security check. He just lands up there and he says to the king, you are a great devotee. You are very dear to Lord Krishna. The king said, I am just doing some small service. If you want to know who is a great devotee, go to Indra, the king of heaven. Just see how much sincerely he is serving the Lord. The Lord appears as his younger brother, Vamanadev. Just to get the property of Indra back, Krishna comes in the form of a dwarf, Vamanadev. The Lord loves him so much. He is a great devotee. So Narada Muni goes from South India to Svargaloka. This is not an international but an interplanetary flight. You have to get COVID test reports before taking that flight. So he goes on that flight and reaches Indraloka. And he glorifies, Indra, you are a great devotee. The Lord loves you so much. And Indra said, I am a great devotee. Have you not read 10th canto? What did I do? I tried to kill the Brajabasis. I had hailstorms and thunder and rain just because my puja was destroyed. And Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan hill for 7 days and destroyed my pride to pieces. And that is not enough. Just few years later, Krishna wanted to get a tree, a Parijat tree. And I could have given that tree without much difficulty. But I fought with Krishna and was ultimately defeated. I am not a great devotee. If you want to know who is a great devotee, go to Lord Brahma. See, Lord Brahma is the first created living being. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. In the beginning, the knowledge was first given to Lord Brahma, from there to Narada, from Narada to Vyas. Go and glorify Lord Brahma. Then Narada Muni immediately went from Indraloka to Brahmaloka, it's higher level. And then Brahmaji was there surrounded by, there's one incarnation of the Lord known as Sahasra Shirsha, who always says in Brahmaloka. And Narada Muni went and glorified Lord Brahma because it's natural, because Brahma is his guru and his father. So Lord Brahma, when he heard his glorification, he said, Narada Muni, how many times I have told you, I am not a great devotee. If I were a great devotee, why would I steal the calves and the cowherd boys in Vrindavan? I got bewildered by the potency of Krishna and I was thinking I am supreme. Not only that, many times I give the benediction to demons and Krishna is put into trouble. I gave Hiranyakashipu the benediction that he would not be killed. What was that benediction? Not killed. Inside, outside. Not by astra, not by shastra, not by human, not by animal, not in the day, not in the night. Not in West Bengal, not in Bangladesh. Something like this. He had a benediction which covered all aspects. And Lord appeared as Nrsimhadev and killed Hiranyakashipu. It was a very nice open heart surgery without fees. And then after killing him, he came to me and said, Lord Nrsimhadev told Brahmaji, O four-headed one, do not give such benedictions again. I am not a great devotee. If you want to know who is a great devotee, go to Lord Shiva. Today, we are celebrating tomorrow, right? Mahashivratri. In the Jagannath Rajapur temple, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, he is a great devotee. So Narada Muni went, Lord Shiva, he glorified Lord Shiva. When there was the churning of the milk ocean, there was poison. And the demigods, they went to Lord Vishnu, please help us, how to get rid of the poison. Lord Vishnu could have drank the poison himself, but he told the devotees, go to Lord Shankar, he is a great devotee, he can help you. And Lord Shiva, how would you feel if somebody said, Prabhuji, can you help me? There is too much poison. Can you drink it? I mean, if there were nectar, then Lord Shiva was not invited. But when there is poison, he was made a partner. But Lord Shiva told Parvati, I will accept this service of drinking poison, because the best way to please the Supreme Lord is to undertake difficulties for the welfare and elevation of others. So Lord Shiva took the entire ocean, compressed it and drank it, and is known as Nilakantha, Kalakantha. Lord Shiva's qualities are unlimited. He is as good as the Supreme Lord. Kshiram yatha dadi vikara vishesha yogat. Just like milk and yogurt, they are both one and different. So Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, they are one, and at the same time they are different. Lord Shiva is very dear. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. You find Lord Shiva everywhere in all the holy places. Vrindavan, Gopeshwar, Chakleshwar. I was reading one story today. When Yashoda Mata, when Krishna was born in Andagaon, Lord Shiva came to have darshan. But Lord Shiva is so straightforward, humble. He came without any makeup. He came along with his snakes. And Yashoda Mata opened. What do you want? I want to see. आपके घर में लाला का दर्शन करा दो. I want to see baby Krishna. Oh, नहीं, मेरा लाला डर जाएगा. Krishna will become fearful. What do you want? Atta chahiye? You want atta or rice or ghee or shakkar? No, I want to see Krishna. So Maya said, not possible. My child Krishna will become afraid. So he closed the door. And Lord Shiva said, I will stay here. I will not leave the place until I get darshan of Krishna. And then Krishna, out of his own sweet will, started crying and Yashoda Mata and all the gopis tried to pacify, and finally they consulted Purnamasi. And Purnamasi said, is there anybody who came here? He said, yes, one Baba came here, but he was with snakes. That's why I could not allow. Can you imagine Radha Madhav temple, Mangalarti, somebody comes with snake. Very difficult. So, Purnamasi said, you should let him in. So Yashoda Mata opened the door and let Lord Shiva come in. And as soon as Lord Shiva came, Krishna smiled. He stopped crying. And Yashoda Mata was so happy. He told, Baba, you please stay here. I will give you whatever you want. And whenever my Lala cries, then you can come in. So this form of Lord Shiva is called Asiseshwar Mahadev. In Nandagaon today you will find the deity of Asha laga ke baithe, Asisesh. There is Chakleshwar Mahadev in Govardhan. There is Gopeshwar Mahadev in Vrindavan. You see, Lord Shiva, he wanted to take part in the Ras Leela. But he was told, this Ras Leela is strictly for gopis. Prabhuji is not allowed, only Matajis. So Lord Shiva said, no, I want to see that. No, you are not allowed. So, okay, what do I have to do? You have to become a gopi. So Lord Shiva says, no problem, tell me the formula. He was told that you take bath in a lake called Man Sarovar and you will come out as a gopi. Hare Krishna. Lord Shiva agreed. And he went and took bath and he came out as a gopi, Shiva gopi. Can you imagine you enter a room and you become Mataji or Mataji becomes Prabhuji? Very embarrassing. But Lord Shiva did not feel any embarrassment. He just went as a gopi. But he was so simple, he still had the snakes on. He entered the Ras Leela dancing with the gopis, with the snakes. And one of the gopis complained to Radharani, there is a new gopi, we do not know which center she belongs to, from which temple. And she has come with the snakes. So then Radharani called for Lord Shiva. You are not allowed here. Lord Shiva said, please, I want to be here. So Srimati Radhika said, you can watch the Ras Leela from outside. So Lord Shiva agreed. So you find in Vrindavan, Vanshivat, Shriman Rasa Rasarambi, Vanshivata Tadasthit. In Vanshivat, there is a form of Lord Shiva called Gopeshwar at the entrance. And the daytime he is like Shivalinga. In the evening they dress him with saris, just like a gopi. Gopeshwar Mahadev. There is Chakleshwar Mahadev. There is Kameshwar Mahadev. We are in Mayapur, just behind Yogpit, we have Gopeshwar Mahadev. Navdeep, we have Boda Shiva, Hansa Vahan. What is the intensity of the desire to serve Gaur, to hear about Gauranga in Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva got the news that there is Gaur Katha going on in Godrum Dvip, Hansa Vahan. And Lord, we are on this earth planet. Above earth is Svargaloka, then Janaloka, then Tapaloka, then Maharloka, then Brahmaloka, and then beyond that is Shiva Loka. So Lord Shiva came with full eagerness. But his vehicle, as you know, Lord Shiva is riding on a Nandi bell. Lord Shiva is Nandi. Just see if you are in Lord Shiva's home, what an interesting parking area. Lord Shiva has Nandi bell, his wife has a lion, and his son has, Ganesh has a mouse, and Kartikeya has a peacock. It's like a Innova and a Centro and an Activa, in one area all together. So Lord Shiva was coming on his Nandi, but Nandi, how fast can Nandi go even if you change gears? So he came till Brahma's abode, and then he told Lord Brahma, I want to rush and reach Shri Godrum Dvip and hear Gaur Katha. So please give me your Hansa. So Lord Brahma said, no problem. Immediately Lord Shiva must have parked his Nandi bell there in the parking area, and he got onto Hansa Vahan and he came flying. And that deity of Lord Shiva is there, Hansa Vahan. And because he is in so much eagerness to hear, this deity is covered with water. So Lord Shiva is the greatest of the devotees. But when Lord Narada Muni went and glorified Lord Shiva, you are the greatest devotee, you are very dear to the Lord. Lord Shiva says, if I were a true devotee, why would I fight against the Lord? In the battle of Banasur, I was fighting against Krishna. Not only that, in Bhuvaneshwar we see there's a story of how Lord Shiva is fighting with Krishna, and eventually he becomes Lingaraj Mahadev. Not only that, once I gave a benediction to a demon. This demon was so ungrateful. Lord Shiva said, I will give you any benediction. And he said, I want the benediction that whoever's head I touch, he dies immediately. Lord Shiva said, Tathastu. He is Bholenath, very easily pleased. He said, Tathastu. So, then the demon was thinking, I want to enjoy Parvati. And Lord Shiva is coming in my way. So I must first kill Lord Shiva. So he took Shiva's benediction and tries to kill Shiva. And Shiva was running away, and this demon was running after him. And in between Lord Krishna or Lord Narayan came in the form of a brahmachari. And he saw this demon, Vrikasura, Bhasmasura. And he said, well, where are you running? He said, I am running to kill Lord Shiva. Why? He told the story of how I got the benediction, and so Lord Narayan told him, do you know that nowadays Lord Shiva's benedictions do not work anymore? So before you try out the benediction publicly, you should do a private testing. You should try it on your own head. So he put it on his head and that was the end. So Lord Shiva is telling his own bad qualities. I am not great devotee. I am always in inauspicious places. If you want to know who is a great devotee, go to Prahlad. Prahlad is the best of the Mahajans, the best of the devotees. He is very dear to the Lord. He was thrown into a pit of snakes, was thrown from a mountain, yet he never gave up his devotion to the Lord. So immediately he went to Lord Prahlad Maharaj and said, you are a great devotee. Prahlad said, I am not a great devotee. I did what have I done practically for the Lord? Hanuman is a great devotee. He jumped across the ocean. So Narad Muni went to Hanumanji and glorified, you are a great devotee. Hanumanji said, if I were a great devotee, when Lord Ramchandra left for the spiritual world, he took everyone with him and he told me, you stay here. If I were dear to the Lord, he would have taken me with him. I am not a great devotee. If you want to know who is a great devotee, go to the Pandavas. The Lord becomes their friend, their chariot driver. So he went to Lord, the Pandavas and said, you are all great dear devotees to the Lord. And Pandavas said, yes. Earlier the Lord would give lot of time. But after the battle of Mahabharata, Krishna is in Dwarka. He is giving all his time to the Yadus. Especially Uddhava is a great devotee of the Lord. The Lord loves him more than Brahma or Shiva or his very life. So he went to Uddhava and glorified, you are a great devotee. And Uddhava said, yes, I was thinking like that. But when I went to Vrindavan, when I saw the love of the gopis, I realized my insignificance. I desired to take the dust of the lotus feet of the gopis. I desired to take birth as a blade of grass in Vrindavan Dham. And actually, Uddhava performed austerities to become a blade of grass. And among all the gopis, the best is Srimati Radharani. So the purport of this whole story written by Sanatana Goswami is to show how the love of the Brajabasis is the highest. And even among all the Brajabasis, gopis are highest. Among all the gopis,